go to the off-balance shot there.
Whiteside.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Heat. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Talk about a terrific game for Thompson. He's got 14 points and also a couple of rebounds.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Well, guys, so far we're seeing a tremendous game from Tristan Thompson so far.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The Heat shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
The Heat leading by 13. Johnson in the corner. All sorts of time. And the shot is good. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Smith the pass to Love. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Johnson kicks to Johnson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Irving's shot is good.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the 2-point.
Amon Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Stoudemire. Winslow comes in for Udonis Haslem. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Dragic with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Dragic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
That drops. Thompson's got 20 points.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. And the dunk by Winslow.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The shot's good from Love.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
The three from Bosch. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosch last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Then for the Heat, Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. And it's Dang in for Winslow. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosch. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He doesn't get the second one. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Dang, here we go. Feeds it to Bosch. And it's Dang in the corner. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dang's got 9.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Here's Mozgov. Off on that one. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Johnson. Richardson is out there with Johnson. And it's Stoudemire. And it's McRoberts in at the 4.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. 7 points for Johnson. James against Johnson. The tray. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from LeBron.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
It's stolen by Johnson. In transition, here comes Miami. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Johnson outside. There's the triple. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. James kicks to Fry. Shot's good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Johnson for 3. That one goes. Count it. And the Heat lead by 19.
not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Passes to Dellavedova. But three, no good. And it's Miami the other way. The pass to Johnson. Heat moving the ball around. Mick Roberts dishes to Johnson. And again, Miami with the triple.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been dead.
For Miami, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. James uses both hands to slam it down.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Miami.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Johnson. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. Worked that one inside nicely.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
LeBron, no luck.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. Checking out the game LeBron is having. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one. You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And he makes both free throws. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wade outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their